over 7.5, John.
Yeah, so I'm taking Van Vliet over the 7.5. If you watch the Rockets play recently, I think this bet might concern you a little bit because Jalen Green's been put on the ball a lot more of late. And Jalen Green was someone I was attacking the assist prop even just like 1 or 2 weeks ago. I think this matchup just plays really more into a Van Vliet game because the Rockets, they did it earlier in the year, and there's no reason they shouldn't do it tonight. They're going to make Curry guard the pick and roll. And really the only person the Warriors can put Curry on is Van Vliet. So if Curry's on Van Vliet, I think that puts Van Vliet on the ball way more tonight. It pushes Jalen Green off the ball a little bit more. I think Van Vliet will be the one running the pick and roll because of that. And also, this is a big game. I don't need to tell you guys that for the play-in tournament. Ime Udoka has already shown like I think 3 of the last 4 games here, Van Vliet's gone over 40 minutes. I'd be surprised if it's not, the projection's 36-37, but I'd be surprised if we're not looking at 40 plus tonight, which obviously just helps the probability gap that we already think is there.
Literally just bet it. I like this guy's style. You know what? Here's what we're going to do, because we've got like 2 months of the postseason coming up as well. First off, your performance, we were going to bring you back anyway because you did a great job. But because of the Old English D, we're going to keep on bringing you back, John. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good. Well, maybe we can go through some I'm not going to get greedy. I'm not going to talk about division. They've only beaten the White Sox and the Mets. Let's see them.
It's a soft division.
Yeah,
it's the Central is a winnable division. We can at least say you know what? It's going to be a fun summer. That's all we can say. At least we have hope.
Yeah, my biggest ask for them was give me something to root for in September, like in some form of a chase, maybe making the playoffs. That's all I was really hoping for this team. So, but eventually it might become a division future bet. I have to dig into the numbers a little deeper there.
No, we'll talk about it. Now, do you guys get the Bally's broadcast in Windsor? So do you get Jason Benetti, who's the new play-by-play guy on television for the Tigers? Do you get him?
Yeah, luckily, because I'm in Windsor, the Blue Jays are blacked out on MLB TV for me, and I get the Tigers games, which is like the best. And he's awesome. That was probably their biggest offseason acquisition, if we're being honest.
My mom texted me the other night because, she's in Michigan. She'll watch 140 games on Bally's. She's like, who is this guy? He's really likable and charming. I'm like, he's going to make your summer better. That's what he's awesome. I love him as well. All right, let's do this. I'll just recap quickly. Keon Ellis over 1.5 assists. Miles McBride, same game, over 3.5 assists. Then Fred VanVleet. I love that one because of the minutes, like you said, and the importance of that game, over 7.5 assists. John Metler, Covers.com, NBA analyst, at John Metler on Twitter. Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on the show, and go Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers. Let's freaking go. I always think about it and he was brought to you on the Progressive Guest Line. See, he knew the glory years of Miggy and, Leland and those years where 06 they go to the World Series, lose to the Cardinals, 11 or 12 go to the World Series and lose to the Giants, big guy. But unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember when they beat the Padres in 1984 in the World Series with Kirk Gibson and Chet Lemon and Sweet Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell and need I continue, Dan Petrie. Okay, Jack Morris. Need I continue, big guy? Sparky Anderson. Tell me when to stop.
Congrats on being old.
Let's go. Thank you.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
I gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, all over Febreze car clips right on your fit. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
We see them every day. People driving using their phones. The sneak-a-peeker or the fast scroller who can quickly become the fender benderer, the got a ticketer, or the driver who killed someone. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code VSIN, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Looking for the ultimate sports betting podcasts? VSIN has got you covered. With a wide range of podcasts covering every major sport, we're here to help you make smarter bets every season. Hardwood Handicappers offers daily NBA analysis and picks from VSIN's top hosts and experts. And check out Long Shots, where we deep dive into the world of golf betting, providing you with expert insights to help you bet every tournament. Find all of these podcasts and more at VSIN.com/podcasts or your favorite podcast platform.
There might be no tougher sport to bet than the NBA, but the VSiN experts are here to help. Become a VSiN Pro subscriber today to get daily best bet articles from myself, Jonathan Von Tobel, and Zachary Cohen. You'll also get NBA analytics reports and power ratings from Steve Makinen, as well as access to betting splits, matchup analysis, and injury reports on every NBA game. See everything VSiN has to offer on the NBA at vsin.com/NBA. That's VSIN.com/NBA.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code VSIN, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Looking for someone's picks? We compile every pick from VSiN hosts and guests every day and email them to all VSiN Pro subscribers. Become a VSiN Pro at vsin.com/subscribe. That's VSIN.com/subscribe. If you didn't catch the handle, here's what you missed.
Listen, I think this team is good, but this number is just astronomical. And I'm going to take the Ravens under 11.5. If you get into 12 wins in the NFL is just tough. And you're asking a team in what I consider to be, at least on paper heading into the year, the most difficult division in all of the NFL. So they're going to play 6 very, very tough games just right off the bat. We know that, right? You start to add all these things up with the Ravens and say, man, if you lose Lamar Jackson for 4 games to a rolled ankle, he is a mobile quarterback. It's not out of the realm of possibility that something like that happens. Are you feeling comfortable then that team is going to be able to pick up wins along the way, playing in that division that they play in? For me, getting to 12 games for any team is tough, and so I'm going to play the under on the Ravens because specifically the vulnerability that they have at the quarterback position and then also that division they play.
The Handle with Matt Brown and Mike Somich. Weekends at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
This is Sharp Money with Patrick Maher on VSiN, the sports betting network.
There's never been a better time to have skin in the game with DraftKings.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Come from around the world.
Get it back into the Youngstown end. Clark in front for Veronin. His shot block. Got the rebound. He scores!
They come from across the country.
Strathman to the rebound. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Strathman. Shot. Scores!
Each path is different. Every background diverse, but all arrive with the same goal. Every champion was once a contender. Every professional was once an amateur.
Now puck is floated in, splitting the defense, going behind his car. That can't be, and he scores! What a goal for
They were born to be here.
One-timer and a save by Aiden Wright. My goodness, he robbed John Mustard on the one-time.
This moment is theirs.
Circle, shot, Wynn made the save. Rebound behind the cage. Elger, across, shot, glove, save, Colin Wynn.
The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. It's time for Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Thursday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 58 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Green Bay Gamblers. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms were last in action on Saturday night. Was here at the Cavelli Center against the Madison Capitals, a game in which the Phantoms got away with a 2-1 victory. Phantoms opened the scoring at 4:40 of the first period. Nathan Lewis, his 6th of the season. Charlie Serrato with the assist, and the Phantoms led 1-0. Madison tied it at 7:25 off the stick of Austin Bernvik, his 38th of the year, and we were knotted at 1 at the end of the first period. No scoring in the second. At 9:35 of the third, Phantoms took the lead on a goal by Ryan Botterill, his 26th of the season. Lewis and Serrato with the assist. And that's how the Phantoms got to their 2-1 win. Phantoms had to kill off the last 80 seconds of regulation, down a man on the 6-on-4, but were able to keep Madison off the board and get out with the 2 points. Phantom power play was 0 for 2. Madison power play was 0 for 3. Let's take a listen to the post-game interview from Saturday night with Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward.
Ryan, that was a lot better than puking all over yourself.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's a lesson that obviously we had to learn, and I thought we did a much better job closing that game out. We're just such a better team when we play with passion and emotion, and I thought tonight we had a little bit of that. I thought we were pretty dominant in the game. Just in general, like our scoring chances I thought their goalie played well. But yeah, it was better. It was a much better effort. Even last night we had a good effort. It was just kind of you gotta go through that and learn how to close out games, especially with the playoffs coming here in a couple weeks.
Speaking of playoffs in the first couple of weeks, this could be a preview of a first-round matchup. Can we expect to see more of the same?
Yeah, I think in what regard?
Physicality, emotion, certainly.
Yeah, I would hope there would be emotion. It's the playoffs, for Christ's sake. Like, you need to it's a sports, right? Like, there's emotions, there's passion, and certainly in Youngstown, like, that's what we pride ourselves on. Like, we don't want to take any day for granted. We don't want to take a single second that we're here for granted. And I think we want to play with passion. We want to play with emotion. We thrive in those environments, and we better see more of it.
Ryan Botterill continues to score goals for you. He scored at every level. How big was that goal tonight?
Yeah, Botsy, he's a goal scorer. That's why he's here. He's been phenomenal for us all year. And I think, that play is an NHL goal. That's an NHL goal. You watch how goals are scored in the NHL, and guys go to the net, guys go to the back post and finish. And that's Botsy, right? And I think Botsy did a great job tonight, and he's been big for us all season.
What got into Charlie Serrato this weekend? He looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Charlie plays with complete disregard for his own well-being or his own body, and I think for him, that's just the type of guy he is. we always joke that he's like a golden retriever when you open the fence in your yard. He just goes. And I think for Charlie, he's a big part of our team. He's a heart and soul kid. That's why we traded to get him. And he's games like that, like you need Charlie to show up, and he did that tonight.
What do you think of Aiden Wright's performance?
I thought Aiden was good. I thought he'd probably like to control that first rebound a little bit better, but Aiden's been good. I mean, listen, it's not easy coming up from the North American League and being thrust into a starting goalie role in the USHL. I mean, obviously it was a big week for him as far as his commitment to UVM, and we're proud of him, proud of that. Our job as an organization is to get guys to where they want to be, and I think Aiden did a great job tonight. He's been a rock for us when we needed him, and he's going to continue to get better. So excited about Aiden.
Anybody have anything for Coach?
Getting Louie and Colson right before the postseason has to be, exactly what you want.
Yeah, Louie is Louie's a passionate guy. Like he's done a great job. He's something that we were missing for the season, and I think just being a leader in the locker room and Louie, he brings, like I said, he brings a little bit of snarl to the game, and certainly when Nathan's on the ice, there's no funny business going on, and Colson, like I can't really overstate like how important Colson is. Like Colson comes in from the NCDC, and people forget like he was the best player in the NCDC, right? So it's not like Colson is a bad hockey player. It's not like this is the Ronald McDonald house of giving a guy a chance. Like Colson is a really good hockey player that's going to continue to grow and develop and be really good for the next year or two for us in Youngstown. And he was part of our organization system with PAL, and Colson, he's gotten better and better every week. That is not easy to come up and do that. And his minutes have reflected that. His opportunities have reflected that. I've never seen a guy like Colson was an offensive defenseman in NCDC. He's come up here and he's brought grit and toughness. And you should see that kid in practice. Like he will block 15 shots in practice. And quite honestly, like he doesn't have to do that. And the respect that he garners from that with his teammates is pretty special. So yes, those two guys, getting them before the playoffs is something that's really important.
I've been seeing more minutes from the Machu-Daharo pairing. they're maybe the first ones off the bench for a penalty kill, first ones off the bench in the final minute. How much have they grown over the course of the season?
Yeah, I think Mach, we've known what Mach is for 2 years. Like there's not a more consummate professional than Mach. Like Mach just went and ran the stairs after 2 games, and I think we know what we're getting in Mach. Daharo, I never really thought Daharo would look like Kale McCarr on the ice, but Daharo's grown a ton, and he's a late birthday, and I think Connor has done a great job. Like he's been someone that has passed guys and is fighting for jobs, and internal competition is the biggest driver of development, and I think Connor has pushed that envelope forward, and it's good for him. Connor's been through a lot, and we love him, and I love him, and he's one of the boys. So proud of both those guys. Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. Time for tonight's Scratch Report. For the Green Bay Gamblers, you can scratch number 9, Blake Beshin, number 15, Libor Nemec, number 22, Garen Ludwig, and number 86, Tanner Brunder. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 9, Miles Gunty, number 10, Zach Marin, number 22, Nathan Lewis, number 25, Braden Clark, number 34, Sasha Boumedian, and number 39, Brecken Smith. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Beginning with the visiting Green Bay Gamblers, they entered tonight's game with a 33-16, 6-2 record. Their 74 points put them in second place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Chicago, Illinois, committed to UMass, number 14, James Dorr. Centering the top line for the Gamblers out of Andover, Massachusetts, committed to Harvard, number 12, William Hughes. On the right wing out of Houghton, Michigan, number 91, Charlie Russell. On defense, out of Robbinsville, New Jersey, committed to Penn State, number 2, Jason Gallucci. And out of Thoroughfare, New Jersey, committed to New Hampshire, number 48, Josh Player. In net, out of Poprad, Slovakia, committed to the University of Minnesota at Duluth and the draft property of the Chicago Blackhawks, number 31, Adam Guyon. Guyon enters tonight's game with a 22-11-3-1 record, a 3.45 goals against average, and a .892 save percentage. The Gamblers are coached by Mike Leone. Associate head coach is Patrick McCadden. They are assisted by Mason Baptista and Chris Nell. And now for the Youngstown Phantoms, who entered tonight's game with a 29-19 5-4 record. Their 67 points put them in fourth place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Umen, Slovakia, number 71, Daniel Jenchko. Centering the starting line for the Phantoms out of Rogers, Minnesota, committed to St. Thomas, number 7, Sam Ronaldo. On the right wing out of Howell, Michigan, committed to Northern Michigan, number 58, Adam Patilla. On defense out of Beach Park, Illinois, committed to North Dakota, the draft property of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and your captain, number 27, Andrew Strathman. Also on defense out of Northville, Michigan, committed to the University of Michigan, number 18, Jack Wilson. In net out of Wake Forest, North Carolina, committed to Vermont, number 30, Aiden Wright. Aiden enters tonight's game with a 10-5-1-2 record, a 2.72 goals against average, a .898 save percentage, and 1 shutout on the season. Phantoms are coached in his second season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Andy Contois. They are assisted by Brandon Gotkin and Brandon Dennis. The equipment manager is Stephen Smith. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach is Neil Conway. Strength and conditioning coach is Tommy Malloy. Director of skill development is Carl Linden, and the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. The officials for tonight's game were selected by USA Hockey and are as follows. The referees will be Chaz Naki and Eric Michaels. The linesmen will be Gustav Arendt and Christian Johansson. We're going to step aside from the national anthem and starting lineups here at the arena, and when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms Hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Fans, please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Shawnee Sharma.
A beautiful rendition of our national anthem, as always, by Shawnee and Sharma. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Gamblers for the 4th out of 6 meetings this season. Green Bay took 2 of the first 3, one of those in overtime. But Green Bay with a slight edge in the season series and, of course, a 7-point edge in the Eastern Conference standings. I'm sure we'll be talking about that as the evening progresses, as we're down to it, folks. 2 weekends left in the regular season. Clark Cup finals. Clark Cup playoffs, rather. Just 10 short days away. Clark Cup Finals will be here in about 6 weeks. Both these teams hoping to get there. Youngstown hoping to defend their title. But right now we have many miles to go before we get there. Ronaldo and Hughes approach center ice as we prepare for tonight's opening faceoff. Can roll for initiative. We are underway. Ronaldo wins the draw. Yenchko able to bump it back to Strathman. D over to Wilson. Snapped ahead. Off of Patilla and into the zone. Around to get it is Dorr. Left wing corner of his own zone. Trying to chip it past Ronaldo. Actually hit Sam's skates and went down the wall to Player. He's able to get it out to center. Back into his own zone for it is Strathman. D over to Wilson quickly. Out to center for Patilla. Open ice for Strathman. Right down the middle. Got it to Yenchko into the zone. Dan to the right circle. Had his stick lifted. Centering attempt by Strathman. He was looking for, I believe, Patilla. Picked off. Hughes comes into the zone. Tried to drop it back for Player. Pass goes under his stick. Skated into by Ronaldo. Brings it to the red line. Throws it to the right wing corner of the Green Bay zone while both teams will start a line change here 47 seconds into the first period. DeHaro behind his net to Machu. Couldn't get it up that far wall. Humphreys picked it off, tried to feed it into the middle. Was looking for Shagabe. That was taken by Botterill and carried at least as far as center. Wright can't stop it behind the net on the dump in. Comes out to the point for Humphreys. Humphreys behind him to Shagabe. Down the wall, left corner. Behind the net, past Lutz. Up to the point where it is bumped down to the corner by Romaine. Humphreys taken to the wall by Machu. Down the wall by Lutz. Serrato got a stick on it. Lutz fed it in front, but picked right off by Machu. Throws it to open ice near side. Found Botterill. Up to the line for Ramos. We're going to redirect it on the cage, and Gaillon will throw the trapper on top of it. Well, Charlie Serrato trades pleasantries with Owen Buskins. 18:25 left in the first period. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. That's actually going to count as our first shot on net of the game. Face-off will be to the right of Gaillon, near side circle, as the Phantoms attack right to left here in the first period. As our officials are out to check the ice there on the inside edge of the slot. And I will tell you that's right where one of the Zambonis froze for about 2 minutes in between warm-ups and the national anthem. And it actually looks like they are going to send the teams to the benches and bring out the ice crew with the squeegees. Try to get this cleared up. So while we have a chance, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Green Bay, they have clinched the number one seed in the Eastern Conference by virtue of their 2-0 shutout of Waterloo on Tuesday night. So right now, it's a battle for second place, and really 3 teams in that race. Madison cannot get there. They have 64 points. They're 10 behind Green Bay and Muskegon. Green Bay and Muskegon both have 74. Youngstown has 67. So while not mathematically eliminated from second place, it's a tough mountain to climb for the Phantoms. And the schedule looks a lot more favorable for Muskegon than it does for the Green Bay Gamblers or the Youngstown Phantoms. So 3 Youngstown regulation wins this weekend. Standings get very interesting. Green Bay gets even a single point this weekend, and Youngstown is going to have to resign themselves to playing in the first round of the Clark Cup playoffs, which will start at the site of the home teams, the 3 seed and the 4 seed, on Monday, April the 14th. Puck drops usually mandated by the league office, and usually they like to see those around 7:05. So if you're in the Mahoning Valley, maybe make plans to be at the Cavelli Center on April the 14th, but could also see that you know, the crazier things have happened in a hockey game and in the hockey standings. Maybe Youngstown gets to the 2 seed, in which case they would host a second round game. In fact, they'd host the first 2. The best of 5 second round this year instead of the best of 3 like it was last season. Youngstown in that second round last year swept the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Within that second round series, I believe would start on the Friday of that week, which would be the 19th. I'm sorry, that's April the 15th would be the Monday when we're going to see the opening round series of the Clark Cup playoffs start. So the Phantoms 8-1-2 against Green Bay under Ryan Ward. The one regulation loss came this year. A 5-2 Green Bay win on January the 20th up at the Resch Center. Phantoms 7-0-1 against the Gamblers last year. And then 1-1-1 this year. Phantoms very tough at home again this year. They have a point percentage of 74.1% here at the Covelli Center. Second best in the Eastern Conference behind Dubuque. And I believe third best in the league, Fargo, being at the top of that pyramid along with almost every other pyramid in the league this year. So it looks like they're going to let at least some of the skaters come out onto the ice, keep their legs stretched. And we're minute 35 into the first period, and it looks like they've concluded our ice maintenance. The ice crew is going to exit via the penalty box so that we don't have to wait for them to get to the far end of the ice. Saw them out there with a bucket of slush and a fire extinguisher. Whatever it takes, I guess. So, Chaz Nocky and Eric Michaels say we're ready for play. I apologize to all of you for having to listen to me drone on for the past 3 or 4 minutes. Could have been worse. You could have had to listen to Dave Ferris. Face off to the right of Guyon. Grant Young to take the draw against Mikey D'Angelo. D'Angelo, 94 points in his USHL career. Puck is down. Youngstown controls the draw. Veronin fed it in front looking for Burchell. That went off a Green Bay skate. Gamblers cleared it to the wall. Osborne trying to keep the zone. Young will, but he sent it down the wall and right to the stick of Larson. Carries around the cage to the far side. Pass ahead, hit the skate of Veronin, and Green Bay second effort able to get it down the ice. Into the zone comes Poitras. Bumped it over to Katzen. Back to Poitras behind the net cage. Fed it up the near wall up to the point where it's kept by Harrington. Shot toward the cage. Stick save by Aiden Wright. Pittner sent the rebound around the wall. Poitras got to it in the left corner. Still there, Katzen. Fired it around the kick plate. Kept at the line by Peterson. His shot blocked by Veronin. High over the cage. It came to the far side. Burchell able to force his way out to center. Chipped it ahead looking for Veronin, but Kuzma couldn't get it around Peterson. And the Gamblers will skate it ahead. That's Larson. Red line in blue into the Youngstown zone. Pulls up at the left half wall. Fed it down to Carconi. His shot blocked by Aiden Wright. Osborne to the rebound to Hanrahan. To Osborne up the far wall. Burchell got it out to center to Rusinski, but he was jammed up, and the Gamblers will break up the rush ahead. Osborne battles in front of the benches for it against Danilov. Danilov sent it into the Youngstown end. Spinning off of it, the Luke Baker check was Hanrahan. Shoveled it up the near wall for Monroe. And Michael's able to chip it out to center, but did it hit a body on the Phantoms bench? Maybe. Whistle blew, didn't see an indicator from our linesman. That must have been what it was as the faceoff is coming back into the Youngstown zone. They're going to drop it to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Face off to the left of Wright. Serrato to take the draw against Danilov. They're going to give a face-off warning to Youngstown. They didn't like the way Hanrahan was lined up on the near wall. Serrato wins that draw. Hanrahan ties up his man so that Wilson can clear it out to center. Serrato skating into it. Charlie has an angle shot blocked wide. Rusinski to the rebound. Rue sent it down low, looking for Monroe in the slot. Nice pass there by Serrato as Serrato then boards Danilov in the corner. And Youngstown will be heading to the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill, but right now Guyon is on the bench for the extra attacker. Humphreys feeds it over to Harrington. Brings it ahead, fed it back to Humphreys. 6:10 left in the period, and there's the touch by Yenchko at the red line. Actually, I think a checking from behind indicator is what I see from Eric Michaels. Certainly wasn't a cross-check, but we've seen some interesting things called in this building the last few games, especially the slew foot on Nathan Lewis. Face-off to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Patilla to take the draw against Platris. Just a 2-minute penalty on Serrato. As Green Bay controls the draw. D'Angelo, left point. Top of the right circle. Into the box. And then sent over to the wall for Platris. Into the corner. Slips it along the goal line to Humphreys. Top of the circle for Lutz. Back down into the right corner for Humphreys. He gets tangled up with DeHaro. DeHaro pried it free of the scrum, but then Lutz picked it off in the corner. Half wall up to the point for D'Angelo. To Lutz. Tried to drop it behind him to Shagabe. Broken up by Machu. And Youngstown will get the clear. Phantoms penalty kill on the season. 78.6%, fifth in the league. Green Bay power play. 30.6% is third. Green Bay power play on the season against Youngstown. 5 for 14. That is 35.7% as Rusinski has his stick ripped out of his hands. No call. Platris, left half wall as Rusinski's regained his twig. Back to Platris, left half wall after he gave it to D'Angelo. Back to D'Angelo. One-timer blocked by Rusinski. Rebound out to center. Rue stung by that one. Can't even get to his feet to skate over to the bench. Quick pass ahead. Lutz back into the zone between the circles. Gives it up into the slot for Carcone. Played back for a shot by Katzen that's wide of the cage. Russell with the rebound. Up to the point for Romaine. 35 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Back to the point for Romaine. Walks the line. Gives it to Katzen. Top of the left circle. Steps in. Fired a shot blocked by Pittner. Rebound poked to the corner by Wilson. Katzen got there. Gave it to Russell. He'll get tangled up by Pittner. Katzen comes in. Pries the puck free. Katzen around the cage to the near side. 15 seconds left on the kill. Center point. Romaine. Right side for Lutz. Back to Katzen. Down low. Russell tried to feed it in front. Block. Carcone picked up the loose puck and he scores. Jack Wilson blocked the pass, but it ended up going to Carcone anyway, and he'll put it home for his 9th goal of the season. Power play goal for Green Bay, and they lead 1-0. Time of the goal, 5:42. The Gamblers win scoring first this year. Very good, 21-4-2. But that's also something that the Phantoms have been doing a lot lately, is allowing the first goal. So Serrato out of the box and into the center ice circle to take the faceoff. Charlie will get that faceoff win. Pokes it away from player, now retreats toward his own line, gave it to Strathman. D over to Osborne. Luke surveys the scene, snaps it back across for Serrato. Dances away from the slash of Danilov. Brings it into the zone, but got tangled up with Dorr, and into the zone come the Gamblers. Botterill put hard to the end wall by Danilov. Able to get it around the kick plate to Galucci. Back to Danilov, right corner, up to the point for a player. Shot, redirected just wide, rebound to Danilov's side of the cage. He'll bring it around the net to the far side, feeds it up to the point for Galucci. Back down the wall, off the stick of Dorr. To player, the defenseman in on the play, up to the point for Danilov. Working down the wall past Serrato, trying to draw a hook, nothing coming. Fed in front off the stick of Dorr, bounced to Ramos. Hunter skated it to the blue line, tried to drop it over to Botterill as Strathman put a high shoulder onto James Dorr. Little shoulder-to-shoulder contact there as Osborne puts it into the Green Bay bench with 13-13 left in the first period, and that'll be our media timeout. Gamblers lead 1-0. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 13-13 left in the first. Gamblers lead 1-0. On the strength of the power play goal for Gino Carcone. Face-off looks like it's going to be right at center ice. Ronaldo going to take the draw against Shagabe. Couple of Minnesota boys at the face-off circle. As the Gamblers control the draw. Snapped into the zone. Wright will slow down behind the cage. Machu sends it up the wall off Patilla. Kept at the point by Larson. His shot wide of the cage. Humphreys bumps to Haro off the line. Up to the point. Now his pass stolen by Yenchko. To Patilla. Back to Yenchko. And back across looking for Patilla. Pass was behind him. Adam catches up to it on the wall. Sends it into the zone. Guyon stops it behind the cage. Shoveled it through Peterson. And Gabler's able to get it out to center. Lute spins at the red line. Looks for some open ice. Couldn't get past Yenchko. Turned it over to Patilla. Drop back from Machu. D over to Daharo in their own zone. 12.5 left in the first. Gamblers lead 1-0. Daharo, red line in blue into the Green Bay end. Daharo had it poked off his twig into the corner by Larson. Then got knocked down. Ronaldo trying to jam things up in the corner, but Green Bay able to break it out as Patilla puts Humphreys into the boards hard. Just inside the Youngstown zone, Machu sent it back ahead, but taken at the center ice dot by Humphreys. Into the zone, shot, glove save, Aiden Wright. He'll hang on. As Katzen drawing the attention of Machu and Daharo there in the blue paint. There's just no reason for Katzen to be in the blue paint there. 12:07 left in the first. Shots on goal are 2-1 on the big board in favor of Green Bay, which I don't think is correct. Young to take the draw against D'Angelo, the captain of this Green Bay team. Face-off warning on Youngstown as they didn't like where Torrey Pittner was standing. Face-off controlled by the Gamblers up to the point for a shot that is blocked along the way off the stick of Harrington. Never got in on net. Veronin can't chip it past Harrington at center. He'll retreat into his own zone, drop it back for his defensive partner O'Malley. Back to Harrington, and now out to center for Platras. Over to D'Angelo, spins to the top of the right circle, looks for a man cutting through the slot that was Katzen, partially broken up there by Torrey Pittner. Burchell can't clear. O'Malley held the line. Fed it across, was looking for Katzen. Diving effort there by Youngstown to break up the pass. Young ahead to Veronin. Floated it down through the slot, popped up in the air and went wide of the cage. Gamblers get to it first as a hit attempted there at center by Pittner as Veronin brings it back into the zone. Dances around Buskins, catches up to it in the left corner. Veronin looking for help. Starts the cycle. O'Malley's going to get there first for Green Bay. Sends it up the wall, and Green Bay gets it to center. Katzen, red line and blue into the zone, chipped it on the cage. Wright will punch it into the corner. Katzen got to the rebound along the far wall first, sent it around the kick plate over to Danilov. Back up to the point for Romaine. His shot hit the man skating through the slot. That was Luke Baker. Fed down the wall by Buskins, taken by Hanrahan up to the point. Line was kept by Danilov. As Hanrahan got taken out by a sliding Grant Young, his own man, took him down, but penalty on the play. Honestly, no idea who it's going to be on. Looks like Luke Baker's being brought over to the penalty box. Interference. The call on the Green Bay Gamblers. Youngstown heading to their first power play of the game. Power play on the season for Youngstown, 19%. There's 11th in the league. Penalty kill for Green Bay, 72.5% is 14th. Youngstown power play against Green Bay this season, 1 for 13, which is 7.1%. Green Bay won the draw, and they will clear it around the far wall and down the ice. Wright will set it up for Strathman. To Burchill. Mikey to the red line, fires it back to Strathman, fed over to Serrato. Charlie into the zone, got it to the skates of Botterill, left it behind him for Patilla, bumped it back to Strathman. Top of the right circle for Burchill. Goal line extended to Serrato, back to Burchill. Center point for Strathman. Walks the line, eyed the net, fed it over to Patilla, to Burchill, top of the right circle. Fired across to Botterill. Center point, Strathman faked the one-timer. Made a lane, shot, guy on save, rebound behind the net to Botterill. Fed over to Patilla. Center point, Strathman surveying the scene. Feeds it to Burchill, top of the right circle. 50 seconds gone on the power play. Serrato behind him. Strathman, one-timer. Blocked in front. Nice block by 91, Charlie Russell. And Green Bay gets the clear. As Russell ate that Strathman slap shot from about 6 feet away. Second power play unit out for Youngstown as Osborne gets it to Young to Yenchko. Puck taken away by the Gamblers. They'll send it around and just past Luke Osborne at the near point. Couldn't keep it in the zone. 35 seconds left as Wright will set it up along the goal line. Osborne around the cage to the far side. Out of the reach of Jack Wilson and pumped right back down the ice by James Dorr. 20 seconds left on the advantage now for Youngstown. Osborne to Young. Grant to the red line and into the zone. To Rusinski. To Osborne at the point. Luke walks the line. Into the slot for Young. Over the wall for Yenchko. 6 seconds left in the power play. Wilson, one-timer patted out by Guyon. Wilson to his own rebound. Fed it down the wall to Rusinski. Out of the box comes Luke Baker. Humphrey sends the puck over the wall and now out to center for Baker. Backing his way toward the Youngstown line. He will sweep it into the Phantom zone. Green Bay will complete a line change. Wright sets it up for Wilson. Jack surveys the scene. Sends it over to Machu, left corner. Up the wall, kept in by Humphreys at the point. His cross-ice feet looking for Player, broken up by Wilson, but Player held the zone, fed behind the cage again. Machu up the wall looking for Monroe. Player pinching in to keep the play alive for Green Bay. Forced the line for Humphreys. Ronaldo poked it out to center. Monroe got it past Lutz and over to Ramos. Ramos, right circle, shot missed the cage. Off the corner glass, DeHaro couldn't hold the zone. He'll feed it over to Machu. Far side. Couldn't get it in. Ronaldo dumped it in, but right into the body of a Gambler skater. And Green Bay will send it right back out the center. Gamblers pick it up in the official's crease. Player comes into the zone. Player dropped it back behind him looking for Shagabe, and he missed the cage. Looks to the heavens, thought he should have had one. Player still with it. Shot blocked in front. Player to his own rebound. Just tried to shovel it toward the blue paint. Never got there. Machu will pick it up and lift it out to center. This one I don't think has enough steam on it for icing. It does not. Youngstown's going to get to complete a line change here as Galucci tries to bring it ahead for the Gamblers. Penn State commit red, line, and blue. Had it poke checked away right at the line. D'Angelo took it back away from Serrato, but it's going to roll to Strathman. Up to the line for Veronin. 7:05 left in the first. Gamblers lead 1-0. Serrato behind him to Hanrahan. D-to-D to Strathman. Shot Guyon made the save, rebound to the corner. Botterill up the wall for Strathman. Point to point for Hanrahan. His shot was going wide of the cage, but Guyon throws the trapper out and he'll hang on. We'll have a media timeout. 6:54 left in the first. Green Bay still leads 1-0. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. 6:54 left in the first period. Gamblers lead 1-0. Goal by Gino Carcone. Face-off will be in the Green Bay zone. Drop the puck to the left of Adam Guyon, who's stopped all 3 shots he's seen. Young to take the draw against D'Angelo. Young won the job at Burchell, knocked off the puck. Romaine plays it off the window and out to center. As Strathman has dropped the gloves with Ben Poitras. Strathman has him tangled. Poitras can't get his hands free. Now finally does throw in. Strathman throws an overhand right and takes him down. Linesmen get in between them. As I did not see that one coming. Just skating through the neutral zone, suddenly Poitras threw his gloves down. Said he wanted to dance. So, both teams will be without the services of those two for the next 15 minutes. So about the halfway mark of the second period, Poitras and Strathman can rejoin us. Young to take the faceoff against Hughes. Hughes will win that draw. Firing it into the zone is Romaine. Comes around to the left corner. Pittner up the wall, off of Burchell, back to Pittner. Sends it off the body of Hughes. Toward the point, Dorr kept it for a moment, but it bounced to Young and then Burchell. Mikey ahead to Young. Grant into the zone to the skates of Osborne. Luke skate to stick. Tried to get the shot away, but it was blocked into the right corner. First one to it was Peterson. Up that far side, and Green Bay will get it to center. Got it past Pittner, but couldn't get it past Osborne. As Luke will send it up that far wall to Burchell. Mikey's clearing attempt. Blocked by Russell. Pittner will poke at it, however, and get it to Young, who will skate to center. Grant, red line in blue. Looking for Burchell, but Mikey couldn't drag that back foot. Phantoms are offside, and Green Bay will get a free breakout as O'Malley brings it ahead to the line. Got it to Russell. Down the left side, Humphreys looking for it. Took Jack Wilson to the wall. Poked the puck away from him, but right to Hanrahan. Sends it up that far side to Ramos at center. Hunter, red line, blue, into the zone. Towards Serrato. Charlie back to Ramos behind the cage, but picked off nicely by O'Malley. Slipped over to Harrington. Around the wall and over to Lutz, who got it out to center. Shagabe denied the line as it comes back into the Green Bay zone. Serrato ducks around O'Malley. In front, Ramos shot! Guyan made the save, and then the rebound trickled wide. Beautiful look there for Hunter Ramos. Another gorgeous feed by Charlie Serrato. Up to the point, Machu shot. Guyon made the save. Rebound loose. Ramos looking at it. Guyon has it. Couple of the best looks of the game for Youngstown. 5:11 left here in the first period. Linesman down to separate everybody after a crowd gathered. Looks like we'll stay at 5-on-5. Phantoms, actually both sides going to the line change. Out come Yenchko, Ronaldo, and Patilla. It'll be D'Angelo's unit with Katzen and Danilov. Ronaldo to take the draw against D'Angelo, and D'Angelo will win that faceoff, still loose in the circle. Gamblers bounce it out to center. Picked up at the red line by Machu. He'll go D to D in his own zone over to DeHaro. Connor floats near side, back across far side for Machu. Gained the red line, fired it into the zone, came around the wall. Danilov stopped it off from getting to Yenchko. Worked it to a teammate, and the Gamblers will break it through center. Katzen across the red line, fired it into the zone. Around the kick plate to the near side, D'Angelo bumped by DeHaro. Kept at the line by Danilov, but right to the stick of DeHaro. Plays it off the window and out to center. Back for it is Larson. Back toward the Youngstown line to Danilov. And then to D'Angelo, but Patillo might have gotten away with the hold there as D'Angelo lost the puck back out to center. Larson from his own zone ahead off of Danilov and into the Phantom's end. Both sides going to start a line change here as Machu picks it up behind the cage. 4:15 left in the first. Green Bay leads 1-0. Machu to DeHaro. To Young at the red line. Sent into the zone. Gaillon stops it behind the cage. Sends it back up that far wall. Clubbing at it was Galucci. Couldn't clear, however. Young in the right corner. Tried to force his way through a check, but Hughes took him off his line. And the Gamblers will come away with the puck. Across the red line, and now the blue is Russell. Bumped by Hanrahan. Russell still has the puck. Fed it in front for the tip by Dorr, but it went wide. Never actually got on net. Russell got to the rebound. Bumped off it by Rusinski. Played into the slot for Young. And then Monroe, who will chip it down the ice. Not enough steam on it for icing his player. Picks it up around the right dot. Brought around the cage in the near side and out to center off the stick of Dorr at the red line. Hanrahan wedges him off as Dorr loses his twig on the play. Hammer sent it around the wall. Rusinski up the boards but couldn't clear. Bounce to Monroe, then to Wilson, and Jack will play it out to center. Carrying back into the zone is Shagabe. Spins at the right dot, retreats back, sends it across to Romaine, the defenseman. Left point, fed down the wall to Humphreys behind the cage. Humphreys to Lutz. Left corner, Lutz, the German, still with it. Toward the point, broken up by Botterill. Bots trying to get past Romaine. Instead, he'll pull up at the top of the right circle. Tried to drop it back for Serrato, the trailer, but Botterill had Romaine draped all over him and just couldn't get a handle on the pass, and the Gamblers will break it back through center. Buskins trying to split three, couldn't do so as the puck rolls to Osborne, entering the zone. Shagabe kept the line, fed it to Humphreys in the slot. Bounced over to Carcone. His shot sticked out by Aiden Wright. Rebound to Botterill. Bots, red line in blue, into the zone. Swinging out to the right, backhanded feed to the net mouth. Comes out to Pittner, his shot blocked by Carcone. So I think that might have been Young on the back door. They're in tight, denied by Gaillon. Gamblers back through center. Baker. Fed it down low, was looking for Danilov. Taken away by the Phantoms around the point. Kept in by Larson. Bumped down low, picked up by Carcone. Center point. Floated over to the wall for Peterson. Tried to get to Danilov, but it hit a seam in the boards. Bounced to Pittner. He'll clear it off of Veronin and then to Young. Grant with speed, trying to get away from the back check of Russell. Played it down low, looking for Burchell. Back to Young. Off of Veronin, couldn't take it cleanly. Russell will carry ahead. Brought to the red line, chipped it past Machu, but DeHaro got to the puck first. Connor around the cage on the near side, now out to center. Phantoms are offside here on the zone entry, as Hughes and Russell were both whacking at DeHaro on the attempt to enter the offensive end. 1:22 left in this first period. Green Bay leads 1-0. A goal, I believe, at 5:42. Stick of Gino Carcone. We're about 3 feet outside the blue paint. Jack Wilson blocked a cross-ice feed, but it bounced right to Carcone in front. And he put it past Aiden Wright. 9th goal of the season for the young man out of Woodstock, Georgia, as Green Bay fires it into the Youngstown end. Wright tried to clear it up the near side. Gamblers put a stop to that, but now Gienchko picking it up on the near half off an ankle. Bounces to Ronaldo. Sam into the zone to DeHaro. Top of the right circle. Connor across. Patilla. Shot. Redirected wide. Yenchko to the rebound on the far half, but knocked off the puck by Dorr, and the Gamblers will carry ahead. Into the zone comes Hughes. Left corner. Up the wall to D'Angelo. Spun away from Patilla. Floats it across to Danilov. 40 seconds left in the period. Danilov, center point player. Shot kicked out by Aiden Wright. Rebound to Gallucci. Double team behind the net. Danilov poked it out of the scrum to D'Angelo. Turned and fired one off the ankle of Machu. Picked up by Hughes on the far side. Cycles it back around the cage, but picked up behind the net by Machu. 20 seconds left in the period as it's DeHaro. Ahead to the line, redirected into the Green Bay end by Yenchko. Player back for it with 15 left. Player pulls up behind his cage, fanned on his pass. Serrato all over him. 8 seconds left in the period. Player taken to the boards, just going to try to staple the puck there and kill time, but instead Russell will help out his defenseman, carries it to the far side, and that will do it for the first period of play. Power play goals for the Gamblers has given them a 1-0 lead as Hanrahan and Katzen have to be separated at the buzzer. Shots on goal in that first period, 5-5. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the first intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Covelli Center for the first intermission report. And at the end of 20 minutes to play, the Green Bay Gamblers have a 1-0 lead over the Youngstown Phantoms. Shots on goal from that first period, 5 aside. Gamblers got on the board at the 5:42 mark with a power play goal for Gino Carcone, his 9th goal of the season. Charlie Russell and Julian Lutz with the assists on that one. As Phantoms defenseman Jack Wilson tried to block, he did successfully block a cross-crease pass, but it bounced right to Carcone in front of the net, and he was able to snap it past Aiden Wright to give the Gamblers the 1-0 lead. Only power play for Green Bay of the period was right there, and it ended up being a goal for the team from Wisconsin. There were quite a few penalties in that first period. Serrato was called for cross-checking at 3:49. That was the penalty that led to the power play for Green Bay. 9:14, Luke Baker was called for interference. That was a power play for Youngstown. Phantoms power play 0 for 1 at 13:13. Ben Poitras and Andrew Strathman dropped the gloves, and both ended up getting 5 for fighting in a 10-minute misconduct, so we'll get them back around the halfway point of the second period. Adam Guyon has stopped 5 out of 5. Aiden Wright has stopped 4 out of 5. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. During the first intermission report, Green Bay leads 1-0. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. This is the only game in the USHL tonight. So let's take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Bottom of the 8th in Minnesota, the Guardians lead the Twins 4-2. Middle of the 8th in St. Louis, the Cardinals lead the Marlins 8-5. Marlins 0-7 on the year. Pirates are in Washington, D.C. to take on the Nationals, looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season last night, and the Buccos are up 7-2 in the top of the 6th. Earlier this afternoon, the Mets and Tigers split a doubleheader. Mets getting their first win of the night in the nightcap. Tigers took the game 1 6-3. And then in game 2, Mets get their first win of the year. Tigers suffer their first loss as the Mets win 2-1. And then only one other baseball game tonight, and that is Kansas City hosting the Chicago White Sox. That's going to get underway in about an hour. Over to the NHL scoreboard. We are still approaching the 7 o'clock hour here in the Eastern time zone, so none of the hockey games tonight have started. But 7 o'clock puck drops between the Bruins and Hurricanes. Islanders and Blue Jackets down in Columbus. Lightning and the Habs up at the Le Centre Bell. Panthers will be in Ottawa to take on the Senators. Pens are in our nation's capital to take on the Capitals. Avalanche will be in Minnesota to take on the Wild. 8 o'clock puck drop tonight between the St. Louis Blues and Nashville Predators. Also an 8 o'clock puck drop between the Flames and Jets. And then the nightcap will be between the LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks. That'll do it for our out-of-town scoreboard and the first intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between the Gamblers and Phantoms here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting's hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The Storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money.
FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center for the start of the second period. Which, unless my eyes deceive me, is going to be a little bit delayed. Officials just now taking their pre-period lap around the ice, and the ice is still looking pretty wet. Zamboni actually just left the ice no more than 30 seconds ago, right before I came back on the air. The Zamboni was leaving the ice, so it does look like the start of the second period going to be delayed as the teams are just now actually coming out of the locker rooms. So right now, Green Bay has a 1-0 lead. It's the power play goal for Gino Carcone. Shots on goal in that first period, just 5-5. As both teams doing a lot of shot blocking and a lot of denial of zone entry. A lot of that first period played above the tops of the circles on both ends. Really not a whole lot of cycle work or zone time for either side in that first period, with the exception of the power play that each team enjoyed one of, and Green Bay scored with 6 seconds left on their power play. As both teams are now on the bench, looks like we're maybe just going to wait another few seconds for the ice to firm up. So again, this is the Phantoms and Gamblers for the 4th out of 6 this season. Gamblers took 2 out of the first 3, one of those in overtime. All right, looks like we might be just about ready to go. Ronaldo and Hughes approach the center ice dot. Can roll for initiative. We're underway as Hughes wins that cleanly. Galucci, however, couldn't dump it into the zone. He'll battle for it in front of the Phantoms bench. It's going to bounce to Yenchko. Ronaldo bumps it back for Pittner. Torrey up ahead into the air. Galucci knocks it down away from Patilla and carries into the Phantom zone. He'll fire a wrister on net. That is gloved and held by Aiden Wright as James Dorr and Sam Ronaldo need to be separated on the inside edge of the right circle. 18 seconds into this second period, which is presented by CSL Plasma. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Near side as you are watching on Flow Hockey. Phantoms will attack left to right here in the second period. But we are down in the Youngstown end. Serrato will take the draw, and he'll get a face-off warning. I believe that's D'Angelo in the circle for Green Bay. D'Angelo won it cleanly. Backhander off the face-off. Blocked away. So that was Katzen trying to pull the trigger on that backhander. DeHaro to Machu. Gained the red line and sent it into the zone. Guyon picked it up, sent it up the near wall off of Humphreys. D'Angelo can't clear, but it bounced back to Katzen. He got it out to center for Romaine, who fired it in. Katzen couldn't keep it at the point. Buskins has it knocked away by Serrato. 2-on-1. Serrato across. Pass was blocked. Great defense there by the Avs draft pick, Chris Romaine. As Serrato was trying to set up the one-timer for Botterill. As Botterill takes his man out at center, but D'Angelo had the puck roll away from him. To Machu. Looking for an outlet, bounced over the stick of Serrato. Veronin picked it up, got it to Serrato. Charlie charging in. Couldn't center. Nice defense there by Katzen. Peterson around the boards as I think they're going to get Serrato for a hook. Interference, actually, the call. Ryan Ward less than thrilled with the judgment of Chaz Naki there. And saw Eric Michaels blow his whistle and make some kind of motion at the benches. Okay. I think maybe Michaels was just telling both coaches to be quiet. All right, Green Bay back to the power play, 1-for-1 tonight. Phantoms on the Avs tree preservation penalty kill as Shagabe loses the draw. Youngstown able to get the clear. D'Angelo pulls up behind his net. Drops it back for Lutz. Into the zone between the circles, tried to pass it across, hit a phantom stick, ricocheted into the corner. Humphreys took a bump from Pittner, but able to get it around the wall and over to Lutz. Right circle, fed across, picked off by Youngstown, couldn't clear. Kept at the line by Shagabe. To D'Angelo, to Lutz, couldn't get it back to Shagabe in the box. Kept it D'Angelo by the line. To Lutz, right circle, fed it across. Unable to take that pass was Peterson, the defenseman pitching on the play. Youngstown able to get the clear as Burchell sends it down the ice. Guyon spins it away from Rusinski. Up the far wall, knocked at by DeHaro. Popped up in the air, settled down for Romaine. Halfway home here on the Avs tree preservation penalty kill. Katzen had it knocked off his stick by Machu, but DeHaro couldn't clear. Around the wall off of Lutz, regathered by Machu off the window and down the ice. Guyon up the far wall for Buskins, across the ice to Romaine. Skate to stick, and he'll bring it to center. Red line in blue into the zone. Fired across for Katzen. Top of the left circle. Katzen eyed the cage, now fed it down to the goal line. He'll get it back, send it center point for Romaine. Back over to Katzen. Watched by Machu. Back down to the goal line. Sharp angle shot by Charlie Russell. Missed the cage. 13 seconds left in the power play. Katzen, top of the left circle. Stepped in, fired a shot, was blocked. Rebound, cleared the line, kept by Romaine. 5 seconds left on the penalty to Serrato. Katzman, one-timer, blocked in front. DeHaro feeds it out to the neutral zone, looking for Serrato. Had to wait for it, so he's not going to be able to get in on net here. But able to force it into the corner so Youngstown can get a line change. As Romaine pops it out to center off the glove of Russell, it came to Osborne. Luke into the zone, fed it ahead for Serrato. Charlie trying to work his way toward the net, got the shot away, stick save by Guyon. Rebound cleared to the point for Osborne. Luke walked the blue line, got the shot away, hit Ramos. Hunter, left circle, couldn't get a shot away. Just going to cycle it down low off of Serrato. Picked it up behind the cage, couldn't center for Botterill. Serrato to the point, Pittner, shot, rebound. Ramos couldn't poke it into the empty net with Guyon out of position. As Ramos also just didn't have the pickle stabber in the right position as he tried just backhand pitchfork style, get that one into the net. Now from the red line, sent into the zone by Osborne. Off the end wall, O'Malley sends it right back up the middle. Gonna wave off icing here. 15:40 left in the second. Green Bay leads 1-0. Osborne ahead. Burchell couldn't take the pass, but Osborne broke up the attempt ahead before it bounced back to Danilov and almost stripped the puck by Burchell before Danilov gathered it in and brought it back into the zone. Danilov somehow able to avoid the hip check of Luke Osborne. Behind the cage, James Dorr shoveled down by Jack Wilson. Fed ahead for Veronin. Kuzma with speed to the net, missed the cage on the shot from the left circle. Up to the point, kicked out on the shot by Hanrahan. Young to Veronin behind the net. Fed it off the back of the cage, bounces over to Harrington. Up the near wall, kept at the point by Hanrahan. Veronin. Cross to Wilson. Low shot redirected by Patilla. Never got on net. Rebound picked up by Harrington and sent out to center. Picked up there by Wilson. D over to Hanrahan. This unit trying to keep the Gamblers pinned out here. Harrington picked up the puck, fed it out to center. Door into the zone, got the shot away, saved by Aiden Wright. Rebound picked up by DeHaro. The Gamblers were able to get a line change. DeHaro had it knocked away by Shagabe. Shagabe with it, left corner, out to the point for Peterson. To Humphreys, shot blocked by DeHaro. Humphreys got his own rebound, left it for Peterson. Centering feed, blocked by DeHaro, and we're going to have another fight. Hanrahan and Humphreys. Humphreys, uppercut, lost his balance, Hanrahan on top of him. So that one could have been something. As Hanrahan says he's not done, as Humphreys has lost his helmet. Humphrey, 6 foot 174, Hanrahan 5'10", 175. As we have our second fisticuffs of the evening. Hanrahan jawing at the Green Bay penalty box, and since they get 5 and 10, I think they're going to let both combatants go to their respective locker rooms as Hanrahan is escorted down the tunnel, and now Humphrey. Has to put his helmet on. Even after a fight, you can't take your helmet off, can't take it off to adjust your hair and put it back on. You're on the ice. Helmet's got to be on. So learned Hanrahan a couple weeks ago when, after a fight, he took his helmet off to adjust his hair, skated off to the locker room without his helmet on, and was given a suspension, which is the league rule. You're on the ice, got to have your helmet. 14-12 left in the second. We probably actually should have had our immediate timeout right there, but we'll get back to action. Shagabe against Rinaldo in the circle to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Face-off warning on Rinaldo. Youngstown controls the draw. Skated ahead by DeHaro, but his pass ahead hit Cartone and ricocheted down into the right wing corner. Rinaldo sends it around the wall to Patilla. Bumped it away from Carcone. Machu couldn't clear it. Hit off a stanchion, came back to him. Picked off by the Gamblers. Fed in front. Lutz redirects it to the end wall. Taken to those boards by DeHaro as Machu got to the puck. Sent it to Patilla. Fed across to Rinaldo. Sam into the zone. Looks for an option. Floats it to the back post. Patilla couldn't tip it home. Beautiful pass there by Sam. I think Patilla ran out of real estate. As Lutz taken out by Sam Rinaldo as he crossed the blue line. Chipped ahead, now this is going to bounce on net, and Guyon will scoop it up and keep it away from Grant Young. Will have that media timeout. 13:32 left in the second. Green Bay leads 1-0. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 13:32 left in the second. Gamblers still with that 1-0 lead. Had 2 fights here this evening. In fact, I believe Strathman and Poitras should be free of the penalty boxes about like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. Offensive zone draw for Youngstown will be Rusinski to take the draw against D'Angelo, and D'Angelo will win that. Back for Gallucci off the window, out to center. Osborne knocked it back ahead, got it to Monroe, but he couldn't poke it to Rusinski, and Player will send it into the Phantoms' end. Osborne carries it behind his cage. Now we'll start it ahead. Over to Pittner. Puck bounced on him, able to gather it in, got it ahead off of Rucinski and into the Green Bay end. Player gets there first behind the cage, spun it away from Monroe. Fed off of Galucci up the near side for Katzen. He couldn't poke it past Rucinski, however. Rue off the corner boards to himself, got it to Young. Banked up to the point for Pittner, bouncing shot toward the cage. It didn't look like Torrey got good wood on that, but it'll bounce behind the net now for Rucinski. Rue fed in front. Young turning shot off the side of the cage. Maybe the blocker of Guyon, not sure. Osborne, D-to-D, Pittner shot. Hit Rucinski in front and ricocheted wide. Young to the rebound far wall. To Monroe, up to the point to Osborne. D-to-D to Pittner. Torrey pumps it down low to keep the cycle going. Monroe to the corner for Rucinski. Ran into Galucci's. Puck rolled to D'Angelo, but Monroe knocked it right off of his twig as it rolls around to the far wall. Sent up the boards by Danilov, trying to get away from Osborne. To the line, Wilson kept for Youngstown. He'll just fire it cross corner. Might have grazed the helmet of Chaz Nocky there on the cross ice as player fired it ahead off a Phantom at center. Bounced to Katzen, and he will send it the rest of the way to the Youngstown zone so Green Bay can get a line change. Phantom's fourth line had him pinned there for a little bit. Osborne behind the net to Wilson. I think Luke needs to get off the ice here too. Stretch pass ahead, looking for Ramos. Picked off by Hughes. Gamblers in their zone. In the Youngstown zone as Russell knocked hard off the puck by Botterill. Out to center, couldn't find Ramos. Poked ahead by Osborne. Going to roll to Buskins in front of the bench. Hughes overskated. It'll bounce to Serrato. Charlie worked by Romaine again. But he'll slide it center point for Machu. Eyes the cage, and his wrister is right to the belly of Guyon, and he will hang on as Romaine has to be separated from Hunter Ramos behind the net. And Romaine will be escorted to the bench by linesman Christian Johansson. Face off to the left of Guyon. Shagabe to take the draw against Patilla. Patilla wins that draw. Daharo down the wall to Yechko. One-timer Patilla over the net. Machu to the rebound into the corner for Ronaldo. Sam along the goal line to Yenchko. To the point for Daharo. D-to-D. Machu in front, redirected wide by Patilla. Just missed the far post as Green Bay able to chip the rebound out to center as Machu pokes it into his own bench to deny Green Bay a 2-on-1 break. Nice looks there by that Phantoms line. Youngstown seems to be warming to the task now. And I believe Poitras and Strathman have been sent free of their respective penalty boxes. As Patilla and Shagabe will take the draw. Carcone and Yenchko need to back up a little bit. Puck's in Patilla's skates. Yenchko gets control, drops it back for Machu. D-to-D over to Daharo. Connor down the far wall, spun away from player. Looks for an option, fed it down low for Ronaldo. Sam over to Yenchko. Daniel, right side, top of the circles now. Looking for an option, just somehow kept the line, then poked off his twig by Shagabe and out to center. Coming ahead is Carcone. Fed it in front, but through the blue paint, Lutz couldn't touch it home. Up to player at the top of the circle. Tried to feed it down the wall to Lutz. He found him. Trying to dance into the middle. Couldn't do it. Ronaldo swept it out the center. Right to the stick of player. He will resume the attack, but Youngstown will break it off. Yenchko fed it ahead to Ronaldo, who got tripped and slashed on the play, but will continue. Shagabe into the Youngstown end. Fed it across. Fanning on the shot was Lutz. He had an open net. Lutz tried to draw a tripping call there on Veronin. I think Kuzma might have gotten away with one there as Poitras has it at the top of the right circle. Fed around the kick plate to the near side for player. Defenseman in on the play. Bumped off the biscuit by Machu. Slipped it behind the cage to Daharo. Banked off the window. Hustling down the ice to wipe out the icing whistle is Mikey Burchell. Birchie drops it behind him for Young. Grant left corner. Up to the point for Strathman. Couldn't hold the zone. Phantoms will have to retreat. We'll go D-to-D over to Wilson. Back ahead for Burchell to redirect it into the Green Bay end. Gaillon stops it behind the net, sends it up the near wall, unable to connect with Harrington. Fams send it back down low, but Poitras able to poke it past Strathman and down the ice. Strat from his own line to Ramos. Poked away from him by Katzen, but it bounced to Wilson. Jack in his own zone, D to D. Over to Strathman. Spins away from D'Angelo. Strat triple teamed. Had his stick lifted, and ahead come the Gamblers. Katzen, left circle in front to Dorr. It's saved by Aiden Wright, as Dorr couldn't redirect it in from the doorstep. Katzen down hard in the corner. Got the puck to Dorr. Worked it around the kick plate. Hustling over to keep it in is Peterson. Back down the far wall. Off the boot of D'Angelo and out to center. Green Bay sends it back in, but they were offside, so they're going to start a line change instead. 8:45 left in the second. Phantoms ahead to the Green Bay line. Botterill into the zone. Fed it down the wall looking for Ramos. Came back to him as Dorr and Larson worked together to get the puck out to center, but it's picked up there by Osborne. D to D over to Pittner, but must have come into the zone offside on himself as Pittner starts throwing high hits there. And I think William Hughes will have our media timeout. 8:29 left in the second. Gamblers still leading 1-0. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey and Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 8:29 left in the second period. Gamblers still with that 1-0 lead. Power play goal at 5:42 of the first by Gino Carcone. Shots on goal for the game, 11-9. Favor of Youngstown Phantoms. The 6-4 edge here in the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Hughes to take the draw against Serrato as the ice crew has cleared the ice. And Youngstown wins the draw. Ramos into the zone down the middle, ripped a shot just wide of the net. Buskins to the rebound. Backhands it to center where he found Hughes. Red line in blue into the Youngstown end. Hughes cuts across the top of the circles, ripped one high and wide. Dorr looking for the rebound. It's in the right corner. Osborne got there first. Poked away from him as it comes around to the near side. Ramos trying to knock it past Buskins. It bounces back to Pittner. He'll send it off the window and down the ice. Botterill hustling down after it. So he's wedged off by Romaine. Ramos came in to support. Romaine got it back but couldn't get it past Ramos. Botterill to Ramos up to the point for Pittner. Torrey, D to Osborne. Luke eyes the cage, got this shot away, ramped it off the stick of Charlie Russell. It stayed in play. Pittner holds at the right point, trying to get it away from James Dorr right now. He'll do so. Ramos will feed it around, come to Rinaldo in the left corner. Sam took a hard hit from behind by Charlie Russell as Yenchko gets to it on the near half. Up to DeHaro, walked past Dorr, down the wall, fed it back to Yenchko, took a bump from Romaine, got it to DeHaro, but he's pinned to the boards by Hughes. Patillo and Buskins eyeing the scrum. As looks like our clock reset, but they're working on getting it fixed right now. Puck is still tied up in that right corner. Comes up the near wall. DeHaro kept it for a moment, but played to Hughes off the window and out to center. Glove down by DeHaro, but Russell took it away from him and at least brought it into the Youngstown zone. Poitras jumps on as I think Green Bay might have gotten away with two-man men on the ice there as Yenchko carries ahead. Got it to Patillo, dropped it back behind him for Yenchko. Couldn't get it back as the Gamblers played back out to center. Picked up there by Osborne. Make sure he was on the good side of the red line and dumped it to the end wall, headed off for a change. Morales bumped off the puck by players. It's picked up by Carcone. Skated ahead by Carcone. Fan on his pass as it bounced to Veronin. To Young. Floats it on the cage as Guyon covers it up and jumps on the rebound. And Danilov slashes Veronin a couple of times. Player comes in. Adam Patilla gives him a face wash. Eric Michael says there's nothing wrong here. 6:30 left in the second as they have our clock fixed. Scoreboard's not right, though. Says 1-1. Wishful thinking. If you're watching on Flow Hockey, you have the correct clock and score. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Guyon. I believe it was 11-9 a minute ago. Probably 13-9 now. They're still working on fixing the clock. The scores right now just need to get that Youngstown shot counter fixed. We had the clock short out on us last week, too. All right, they have 12-9 as the shot counter now. D'Angelo to take the draw against Young. Sorry, Shagabe to take the draw against Young. And Shagabe will control the draw. Chips it past Veronin and out to center where he found Lutz. Behind him to Danilov into the zone, back to Lutz. But Young danced around him, got the puck away, played it to Machu. Sends it off to Dasher and out to center. Player. Had it taken away by Burchell. Mikey on net. Backhanders. Blocker saved by Guyon. Shagabe to the rebound. Chipped it away from Burchell and Young. Lutz will pick it up in the right corner. Send it back behind the net. Veronin came in to take it away. Young tried to send it up the middle. Was looking for a man to the point, but Machu just floated over a little bit to the near side. Went all the way down the ice, did the puck. Machu now snaps it back ahead to the line for Veronin. Kuzma threw it through the blue paint. Check that was Patilla. Saved there by Guyon as it's to the line and just able to get it out to center. Did Harrington. Bounced off a man to Veronin. Dropped it back for Pittner. Ahead to Patilla. Played into the zone. As I think Youngstown was called for icing, but Rusinski was the first one to the puck by like 2 feet. Okay, 5:26 left in the second. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Face-off warning on the Gamblers. Phantoms win the draw. Wilson behind the cage to Strathman. Around the net to the far side to Veronin. Kuzma, red line and blue into the zone. Got around D'Angelo. Kuzma stopped up, got the shot away, but there was a little stick-on-stick contact there, and Kuzma did not get good one on that, and an easy scoop up by Guyon. The crowd gathers in front of the blue ice. .5:13 left in this second period. Face-off will be to the left of Guyon. Currently pitching a 14-save shutout. Rusinski to take the draw against D'Angelo. Face-off warning on Youngstown. They didn't like the way Michael Monroe was lined up. Face-off won cleanly by Rusinski. Patilla toward the net. He just missed. Rusinski was looking for the redirect as well. Poitras got the rebound past Monroe and down the ice. Not enough steam on this one for icing as Strathman picks it up at the far half wall. Strat surveying the scene to Rusinski in the official's crease. Couldn't dance it past D'Angelo. He'll bring it into the zone. Bumped off the line by Strathman. Puck rolls to Rusinski. Left it behind him for the captain. Ahead for Monroe. Cross the ice to Patilla. Adam into the zone, dropped it back for Wilson. A shot right to the belly of Guyon. He'll hang on as D'Angelo tries to jump on Michael Monroe, who had just thrown snow on the backside of the crease. Monroe has his helmet ripped off. And someone's being sent to the box. I think I see Chaz Nocky pointing to the sin bin, or did he just point to the bench? As actually it looks like both referees are going to both head coach and warning them right now. All right, looks like we're staying 5-on-5. 4:39 left in the second. Hughes to take the draw against Serrato. To the right of Gaillon. Face-off warning on Green Bay. I don't think Gallucci was lined up correctly. Gustav Arendt giving William Hughes some instructions for the faceoff. As Serrato wins the draw, Ramos down the wall to Osborne. Back to Serrato, one-timer off the tip of the glove of Gaillon, and it goes wide. Player to the rebound, out to center, off the stick of Ramos, who got hooked down but kept the play alive. Botterill shot off the stick of Gallucci, and actually over the meshing, out of play. 4:23 left now in this second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Face-off will be to the right of Gaillon again. Shagabe to take the draw this time against Serrato. Green Bay top two centermen, Shagabe and D'Angelo, have been cleaning up in the face-off circle tonight. Wish I had something like official numbers, but Serrato will win this one cleanly. Botterill to DeHaro. His cross-ice pass from Machu went out to center. Phantoms will have to retreat and resume the attack. DeHaro from the red line across. Pass was behind Botterill. Picked up by Machu, however. He'll fire it into the zone. Gaillon stopped it behind the cage. Sent it over to Gallucci. Chipped it ahead. Going to settle down for DeHaro at the center ice dot. Over to Machu. Spins away from the forecheck of Shagabe and fired it over to DeHaro. Connor back to Machu. To the red line and then to the left wing corner of the Green Bay zone. Hit off the corner boards. Went to the side of the net. Gaillon punched it over to Player. He'll spin away from Botterill. His pass ahead hit off the stick of Bots, but did bounce its way to Danilov. Jumped around the check of Machu. Puck popped up in the air, settled down. Still in play right in front of the Gambler bench. Punched back to Machu. Played across to DeHaro. Brought it to the line. And they're going to say the Phantoms are offside there. As Serrato and Gallucci, pair of Penn State commits, need to be separated. Frankly, I didn't see the puck exit the zone there. It looked like the play should have still been onside, but 3:28 left in the second. Green Bay still with the 1-0 lead. The goal at 5:42 of the first period. Hughes to take the draw against Young. Hughes will win that cleanly. Got it back to Peterson, back to Hughes. A cross over to Larson. His pass for Russell didn't click. Wilson couldn't knock it ahead. Hughes sent it into the zone. I think Green Bay's offside here. But it won't matter as the Phantoms break it ahead. Strathman to Veronin. Low shot blocked by Peterson, but a penalty on the play. It's like William Hughes is guilty of something as he's being escorted over to the penalty box. A head contact foul on William Hughes as Veronin is still down on all fours. Seems to have his faculties about him, but Amber Martinelli going to come out to check on the young man out of Yaroslavl, Russia. 3:09 left in this second period. My only question is it a 2 or a 5 on William Hughes? Torrey Pittner back in the lineup after missing the last 4 games, over there to receive the deliberations of our officiating crew. Mikey D'Angelo over there as well, wearing the C tonight for the Gamblers. As Strathman, expected to start with the first power play unit for Youngstown, went over to the bench to talk things over. As our officials are still deliberating the call. I did not see the hit on Veronin, so I will hold off opining on it. And they're opening the penalty box door, and that usually does not mean anything good for the players sitting inside it. And William Hughes is being escorted to the locker room. Could be a 2 and a 10, could be a 5 and a 10. They haven't put anything up on the board yet. As Strathman, the captain, barking at Hughes as he's escorted off. Referee Eric Michaels. Official scorekeeper Lynn Siegford tells me a 5-minute major power play upcoming for the Youngstown Phantoms. And I'm sure William Hughes' night is done. So Phantoms 0 for 1 in the game on the power play, and now 1 for 14 on the season against the Gamblers. Green Bay, I believe, 6 for 16 now against Youngstown. Should be 37.5%. As Russell wins the drop, picked up behind the net by Gallucci and fired down the ice. Saw the entire Phantoms bench duck there. Strathman, red line and blue into the zone. Down the wall to Botterill, far side. Bots, bottom of the circle, back up to the point for Strathman. Strat walks the blue to Botterill. Shot blocked by Player. Rebound behind the net to Patilla. Shoveled up the near side to Burchell. Spun away from Russell. Bounced over the stick of Serrato in the box. And Player will send it down the ice. 45 seconds gone on the major power play, 2:20 left in the second period. We will go by that clock. As it's Serrato bringing it into the zone. Far side, Botterill. Patilla, shot. Guyon with the save. Burchell couldn't get to the rebound in time. Here, Mikey's pass to the point. Picked off by D'Angelo, and he'll skate it ahead. Spins at the red line. And now we'll just sauce it down the ice. Actually, might have been on net as it's blockered away by Aiden Wright. Second power play unit cycling on for Youngstown. Strathman. Ahead to the line off the stick of Yenchko. Daniel hustling to it. Left it at the half wall. Big scrum going on right in front of me, trying to work that puck free. Phantoms keep it into the line. It's Osborne. Over to Wilson. Jack near wall. Back to the point for Osborne. Luke walks the blue line, gives it back over to Wilson along the boards. Center point, Osborne. Puck bounced off his stick as Luke took his eyes off it. Phantoms will have to retreat to center. To Wilson. To Young. To Yenchko. Toe drag shot right to the belly of Guyon, and he'll hang on. 75 seconds left in the second period. So there will be some carryover time here for Youngstown. Like a minute 49 or something like that. Face off to the right of Guyon. Russell to take the draw against Yenchko. Young and Rusinski going to switch places. Russell wins the draw, bumped it to Player. Gallucci behind the cage. Off the near window, hit a stanchion. Not going to go all the way down the ice as Osborne will pick it up at the red line. Send it over to Wilson. Jack will stop his drop pass, hit Russell. And then Russell ran into Yenchko. And they're going to get Yenchko for interference. So we'll end the Second period, 4-on-4, 61 seconds left in this middle frame. So the Phantoms will get 52 seconds of the major power play remaining. 59 seconds into the third period if you followed that. It'll be Shagabe to take the draw against Serrato. Charlie won it cleanly to Osborne, over to Strathman. Serrato. Pressured by Shagabe, and Shagabe took the puck away. Carried it behind the cage. Dropped it back for Romaine. His shot well wide of the net and actually bounced out of play. And they're going to say that shot by Romaine hit something of a Phantom paraphernalia and went out of play. They're going to leave the faceoff in the zone. Not sure how it hit any Phantom, as I was standing right on line with the shot, but my eyes have been known to play tricks. So face off to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Shagabe to take the draw again. As Ronaldo won the face-off. Skated ahead by Birchall, trying to poke it past Larson, but Larson, the Rangers draft pick, able to get it away from Birchall. Now ahead it'll be Lutz. His shot sticked away by Aiden Wright. Pittner takes Lutz to the boards as the puck sent up the far wall. Phantoms get there first. Ronaldo plays it out to center for Birchall. 15 seconds left in the period as Birchie chips it past Larson. Peterson picks it up, send it ahead for Lutz. 7 seconds left in the period. Lutz has it taken away for a moment by Ronaldo. Now it's dropped back. Shagabe, toe drag, shot across over to Lutz. Will not get the shot away at the buzzer. So we end the second period right where we started. Green Bay with a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal for the game, 20-10 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms outshoot Green Bay 15-5 in the second period. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the second intermission report here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the second intermission report. And at the end of 40 minutes of play, we are right where we were at the end of 20 minutes of play. Green Bay with the 1-0 lead. Gino Carcone's goal at 5:42 of the first period, still holding up for the Gamblers, which isn't to say there wasn't anything going on in the second period. Lots of penalties. We had another fight. Ben Poitras and Andrew Strathman dropped the gloves in the first period, and then in the second period at 5:48, it was Ryan Humphrey and Colson Hanrahan. And so those two will be able to rejoin us, I think, 48 seconds or so into the second period. We also had a major penalty for head contact to William Hughes at 16:51. Doesn't look like he was given a misconduct, so he will be allowed back in the game after his penalty is served. We're going to start the third period at 4-on-4 for the first 59 seconds. And then Youngstown will have, I think, 52 seconds remaining on that major power play to William Hughes. Youngstown outshot Green Bay 15-5 in the second period and are outshooting them 20-10 for the game. But right now, Adam Guyon still pitching a shutout in the Green Bay net. He stopped 20 out of 20. Aiden Wright has stopped 9 out of 10. Green Bay power play is 1 for 2. Youngstown power play is 0 for 2. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, including some very exciting news out of Washington, D.C. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Green Bay still with a 1-0 lead. It's the only game in the USHL tonight, so let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard starting in the National. The Bruins have a 3-0 lead over the Hurricanes at the first intermission. Islanders and Blue Jackets tied at 2, also at the first intermission. First intermission in Montreal, and the Lightning lead the Habs 2-1. Panthers up 2-0 at the first intermission over the Ottawa Senators. Pittsburgh Penguins lead the Washington Capitals by that same score of 2-0, also at the first intermission. And I promised some exciting news out of our nation's capital. Ryan Shea, former Phantom defenseman, has scored his first goal in the USHL. He got the opening goal in this one, 1:49 into the first period. Congratulations, Ryan. We are thrilled for you. Continuing on with the NHL scoreboard, getting underway in the next 10 or 15 minutes. The Avalanche will be in Minnesota to take on the Wild. The Blues are in Nashville to take on the Predators. The Flames are at the MTS Center to take on the Winnipeg Jets. And then the nightcap tonight, LA Kings will be up north in San Jose to take on the Sharks. Over to the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Pirates lead the Nationals 7-4 in the top of the ninth. White Sox and Royals are just underway. They are scoreless in the top of the second. Earlier today, the Guards beat the Twins 4-2. Cardinals beat the Marlins 8-5. Marlins 0-8 on the year. Tigers and Mets split a doubleheader earlier this afternoon. Tigers won the afternoon game 6-3. to stay undefeated on the year. Mets were kept winless, but then the Mets won the nightcap 2-1. Got their first win of the year and gave the Tigers their first loss. That'll do it for our second intermission report and the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, Youngstown Phantoms hockey. Third period action. The Phantoms and Gamblers will be skating 4-on-4 for the first 59 seconds of the third period here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center for the start of the third period. Green Bay still with the 1-0 lead. Power play goal at 5:42 of the first period from Gino Carcone, still holding up. So we're going to start the period at 4-on-4 for the first 59 seconds. Then Youngstown will have 52 seconds remaining on the major power play that was assessed to William Hughes for head contact. So to start for Youngstown, it'll be Young and Burchell, Wilson and Osborne. For the Gamblers, it'll be Buskins, Poitras, D'Angelo, and Romaine. It's like Luke Baker's going to go over and serve the penalty for William Hughes, who, looking at the score sheet the last time, I didn't see a misconduct, but I also did not see Hughes come out of the locker room to start this third period. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. You can roll for initiative. Third period's underway as Green Bay's going to bring it into the zone. That is D'Angelo, but as he was trying to come down the middle, Osborne swept it into the right wing corner. Luke up to the point, picked up by Buskins, and he'll just bring it back to center. D over to Romaine as he backpedals into his own zone. Left it there for Poitras, and Burchell almost got a steal there as sent ahead to center. D'Angelo peels back at the red line. 33 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Gamblers across the red line. That's Gallucci. Danced around one man, got the shot away, blocked by the stick of Jack Wilson. Kept in at the right point by Romaine. Down low for Gallucci, taken away by Osborne. Picked up by Burchell. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Wilson behind the defense. Jack on net, got a shot away. Easy stick save there for Guyon, using that massive frame to just seal off everything Wilson had to shoot at. As Green Bay sends it down the ice, they're going to wipe out icing here. The clear happened before the man was out of the box. Pittner carries ahead, drops it back for Strathman, slid over to Serrato. Charlie, red line and blue into the zone to Botterill, fired around the kick plate. Comes far side for Pittner. Punched it back down low, settled down for Serrato. Between the circles, over to Botterill, shot, Guyon, save! I don't know if it's in his glove or if it went out of play. As Hanrahan and Humphrey are now set free of the penalty boxes after their scrum in the second period. Chaznocki watching both of them very carefully as they skated to the bench. Thought I saw Hammer doing a little bit of jawing. 25 seconds left in the power play for Youngstown. Face-off warning on Serrato. Luke Baker is standing in the Gamblers' penalty box. Face-off won by Russell, picked up behind the cage by Gallucci, clears it up the middle, and down the ice it goes. Right. Pokes it over to Strathman with 15 seconds left on the power play. Strathman to the red line, bobbled it, rolled to Russell, and it got swept to the end wall. Strathman got to his own dump in. 5 seconds left on the power play. Bounce past Serrato, and Machu's not going to get to it in time to keep it in the zone. Fed it back to Serrato as Baker comes out of the box. Green Bay back to full strength. Patilla fed it just wide of the cage. Serrato tried to pick it up, but taken away by the Gamblers. Man was being leaned on and went down. Puck squirted out to the neutral zone and into the Youngstown end now. Shagabe dropped it behind him. Cross ice feed now looking for Humphrey as he gets his legs tangled up with Machu and went down. Shagabe with the puck at center. Retreats at the red line. Slipped it back ahead for Humphrey. His pass ahead hit Machu, but bounced to Shagabe. Dropped behind him for Humphrey. Cuts to the middle around. Machu now dropped it behind him for Shagabe. His shot hit Lutz in front. Redirected on the net by Humphrey. White swallows it up as Machu and Humphrey get acquainted behind the net. 17:27 left in the third period. Third period presented by Safehold. Green Bay still with the 1-0 shutout. Face off to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Rusinski to take the draw against Lutz. Green Bay gets control of the draw. Buskin sends it down low past Lutz in the corner. Going to score it over to Machu. He'll reverse the field. Got it to Rusinski. He's jumped on by Shagabe. Created the turnover. Fed it in front. Lutz. Backhander saved by Wright. Rebound to Shagabe. Up to the point for Buskins. Walks the line. Shot away. Blocked right in front by Machu. Never got in on the net. DeHaro took his man to the wall. Rusinski played it around the wall. Humphrey got there first. Chipped it past Monroe. Kept at the point, at least for a moment, by Harrington. Before Rusinski now will finally skate it ahead. Brought it across the red line and sent it into the Green Bay zone. Buskins chipped it away from Burchell, but it's picked up by Rusinski on the near half. To Burchell. To DeHaro. Shot missed the net. Hanrahan pinching it on the play to keep it alive. Slid it behind the cage, but Harrington knocked it away from its intended target. Gamblers backhanded out to center. Into the zone came Lutz, trying to drop it off for Humphrey. Pass did not click, and Wilson will just float it out to center. Lutz strong on the stick in front of the Phantoms bench. Got it away from Monroe and over to Gallucci. Down the wall to D'Angelo. Mikey fed it in front, cleared away by the Phantoms, but picked up by Poitras. He'll turn and fire. That shot blocked by Hanrahan. That stung him a little. Ronaldo to the rebound. Up the far wall, Patillo played it out to center. Came back to Patillo, fired ahead. Phantoms had maybe two behind the defense, but the Gamblers broke up the pass, and now Poitras denied the zone as .23 and 71 are both going. To Yenchko for a slash, maybe Poitras for unsportsmanlike conduct. Poitras lost his stick on the play, but I didn't see what else Poitras might have done. So I think we're going to stay. No, it is 4-on-4. Referee's holding up 4 fingers. He gave them both 2 and 10. He said, I don't want the penalties on the board. Just trying to get things straightened out here. Okay, they are going to put the penalties on the board. Was trying to determine the hand signals from Eric Michaels. And so we're back to 4-on-4 for the second time this period. 15:52 left in the final frame. Green Bay still with the 1-0 shutout. Gamblers control the draw. Romaine over to Buskins. Spins away from Serrato. Over to Russell. Brings it into the zone. He'll tangle up with Osborne. Durr in to pick up the loose puck. Crossover to Romaine. His shot redirected on the net by Russell. It's still loose in the blue paint. Right covers. Face-off will stay in the Youngstown zone. Looks like going to drop it to the glove side of Aiden Wright. Serrato to take the draw against Russell. Serrato won the draw to Pittner, played over to Strathman. Strathman slowly ahead, slid it to Pittner. Torrey splits 2, brings it into the zone. Pittner, shot, glove save, Guyon, he'll hang on. Nice look there for Torrey as he found a little bit of open ice entering the zone. Good crisscross with the forwards. Saw Elite Prospects put out a draft profile on Torrey this week. Wish I could have read it. Behind a paywall. Serrato to take the draw against Shagabe. Serrato wins that cleanly back to the point for Strathman, but he couldn't hold the zone. He'll retreat to center. 1:15 left in the 4-on-4. Strathman to Serrato, back to Strat. To the neutral zone for Pittner. And across for Veronin. Lost his footing at the half wall, but Pittner picked up the loose puck. Torrey, little start-stop, carries it back toward the point. Feeds it across for Serrato. Chipped it past his man, got it to Veronin in the corner. Kuzma being watched by Larson. Tried to play it in front. Picked off by Lutz. Serrato almost took it away from him, but Lutz able to regather and got it ahead to Shagabe. Drop back for Peterson. Danced around Serrato, but Veronin came in and poked the puck out to center. Phantoms trying to get a quick line change here. Lutz into the zone. Lost the puck, and Young will bring it ahead 2-on-2. Has Botterill with him. Swinging wide, Botterill centered. Broken up by Shagabe, fed ahead, Doors behind the defense. Door lost his footing at the blue line. Wright comes up to play it back out to center. Phantoms caught a break there. Door back into the zone. Shot, ripped it well wide of the net. Russell spun it in front. Doors there, Wright jumps on top of it. 8 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And we'll have our media timeout. 14 minutes left in the third. Green Bay still with a 1-0 lead. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 14 minutes exactly left in this third period. Gamblers still pitching that 1-0 shutout. Goal for Gino Carcone at 5:42 of the first period, still holding up. We're skating 4-on-4 for another 8 seconds. Face off to the blocker side of Aiden Wright. Patilla wins the draw to Osborne. Luke around the wall to Rinaldo. Sam out to center off the heel of Wilson's stick. It trickles into the Green Bay zone. Buskins get there first, sends it around the kick plate over to Romaine, who sends it out to center. Was looking for D'Angelo. Don't think he got a piece of it. Going to wave off icing here as Plotchers beat Yenchko down the ice. Katzen had it taken away by Osborne. Around the kick plate, Ronaldo able to bump it out to center. No icing here, so this one's going to die just inside the Green Bay blue line. Buskins away from Patilla, around the cage to the far side, and out to center for Katzen. To D'Angelo down the middle of the ice, over to Plotchers. Toe drag, Osborne poked it free. Nice stick there by Luke. Ahead to Patilla. Middle of the ice looking for Ronaldo, knocked away from him by O'Malley. At the red line, it's D'Angelo taking it away from Osborne. Poked it ahead for Plotchers. Stripped the puck by Machu, it'll bounce to Yenchko. To Patilla, to Ronaldo. Sam taken down by O'Malley and Russell as he entered the Green Bay zone. Harrington to O'Malley, out to center for Danilov. Danced away from the check of Grant Young. Chipped the puck to open ice. It rolled to Machu. Had a man behind the defense. That was Veronin, but he was about 6 feet offside. Taking the pass there with 12:46 left in the third. Third period presented by Safehold. Shots on goal for the game, 21-13 in favor of Youngstown. Gamblers out shooting Youngstown 3-1 so far here in the third period. As neutral zone draw controlled by the Gamblers, but Veronin on the forecheck, poked it away from Larson for a moment, up to the point, went to Hanrahan. His shot blockered away by Guyon. Out to the point, it's Wilson. His shot hit a body in front. Don't think it ever got into Guyon. Now Hanrahan fires one wide to the cage, picked up off the end wall by Peterson. He'll skate it as far as center. Poked away there by Veronin. Young to Veronin, rolled to the line. And Dorr will play it back to Larson, to Peterson. Drive back for Larson, chipped away from him by Burchell. Mikey in on Guyon. Shot, he'll make the save and hang on. Mikey Burchell, a great look for Youngstown. As Mikey closing in on 100 points, I believe he's 11 away. In fact, he does have 89 points in his USHL career. Just don't know if he's going to get there before this regular season ends. Face-off in the Green Bay zone. Gamblers get a face-off warning. Serrato to take the draw for the Phantoms, and he'll win that draw. Botterill trying to get away from the skates of Player. He'll do so. Now trying to get away from Shagabe. Couldn't feed it to Machu. Rolled out to center. He'll pick it up, send it to Daharo, who rips it into the zone. Ramos gets to it along the far wall. Skates past Player. Got it to Botterill. 9-game point streak for Ryan Botterill. 4-game goal scoring streak. Serrato. Machu. Shot missed the cage. As puck played out to center by Green Bay. Machu had it taken away by Humphrey as the puck bounced on Machi. Shagabe in front to Lutz, and his one-timer missed the net. Gamblers tried to run the back-to-front play there, and if Lutz had hit the net, it'd be 2-0 Gamblers. As Wright, I don't think, would have had a chance there. 11:15 left in the third. Gamblers still with the 1-0 shutout. Machu to the blue line, dropped it back for Daharo. Connor brought it over to the wall and fired it in. Guyon stopped it behind the net, sent it past Gallucci, in fact, all the way out to center. It's going to be picked up by Pittner at his own blue line. Diddy over to Strathman, and now drop back to Pittner. Torrey ahead to the line, redirected in by Burchell. To Patillo, swung wide. Centering feed, looking for the man, crashing down the middle. That was Monroe. He couldn't redirect it home. Here Patillo with the steal. To Strathman at the point. Fed over to the wall for Pittner. Down low through Burchell, rolled to Monroe. His pass over to Burchell, broken up by Gallucci, who tried to clear but hit a stanchion, stayed in the zone. Rusinski battled for it at the half wall. Pittner brought it back in offside as D'Angelo got to clear, but Pittner was about 3 feet away from the blue line when he tried to hold the zone. 10:28 left in the third. Green Bay still with that 1-0 lead. Green Bay, when leading after 2 this year, 27-0-2-1. Fans would love to at least get a point out of this effort here tonight, especially being down a couple of skaters. As Green Bay dumps it into the zone. Settled down on the back of the net. Wright gave the twine a bump. It came to Osborne. Luke skates it ahead, one hand on his stick. Couldn't get it past Russell into the zone. Dorr couldn't get through the red line as Patilla dumped it back in, wide of the net. Guyon will set it up, sends it to the far corner, past Patilla. In fact, it hit off the glass and went past Osborne as well and out to center. Wilson from his own zone. Ahead to the line, backhanded in by Ronaldo. Guyon sets it up behind the cage for Romaine. Up the near side for Russell. And chip to Larson out in the neutral zone. Taken away from him by Machu, but he couldn't dump it in. Gamblers got it back and ahead to Shagabe into the Youngstown end. Shagabe waits for help. As Gamblers are changing behind the play. Sent down low for Larson, the defenseman. Taken away by Machu. He got it to Patilla. Adam across the end wall to Machu, out to center for Ronaldo. Sam to the red line. Couldn't get it past Larson as the puck rolled to Humphrey. Brought it to the red line and sent it down behind the Phantoms' cage. Machu chipped it away from Humphrey, got it to Daharo. Up the boards to Veronin and then Burchell. Mikey into the zone. Across a loose twig. Probably forced him wider than he would have liked. The puck sent up the wall. Daharo pinching on the play. Kept it alive. Couldn't find Veronin as Kuzma was calling for the puck wide open in the left circle. 8:54 left in the third. Green Bay still with a 1-0 shutout. Gamblers take the puck away in the corner, and they'll skate it out to center. That's Lutz. Brought it to the red line and just floated into the Phantom zone. He'll go off for a change. DeHaro, Machu, then Burchell. Now Young, skate to stick. Red line and blue into the zone. Young forced to the far wall. Cycles it down low. Buskins going to get there around Veronin. Kuzma trying to tie him up, hooked him down. Actually, no penalty. As Green Bay is able to clear it out to center. DeHaro, D to Pittner. Back to the line for Burchell to redirect into the zone. Guyon roaming out of the cage, played away from Veronin up the far wall. Katzen bumped it to D'Angelo. Mikey spun away from Ramos, brought it into the zone, fired it off the shoulder of Wright and off the crossbar. Poitras to the rebound, to D'Angelo to Katzen. Up to the point, under the glove of Romaine and down the ice. Guyon over to the half wall to play it. Sent it past Ramos and out to center. Serrato couldn't stop it up to bring it back north as Poitras comes into the zone. Drop back to the point. Buskins across and over to Katzen. Back across to Poitras, left circle. He'll turn and fire, hit the skate of D'Angelo in front. His backhander is on the cage and is kicked out by Wright. Poitras to the rebound. Up to the point for Buskins. Shot redirected wide. I think there was D'Angelo there in the low slot with the redirect. Now right point, Romaine shot. Hit D'Angelo in front, never got in on Wright. D'Angelo carried the rebound over to the near wall. 7:20 left in the third. Green Bay still with a 1-0 shutout. Romaine missed the net. Came to Buskins on the far wall. Brought it down low, sent it up to Danilov. His shot blocked by Serrato. Up to the point. Romaine to Buskins. And down the wall to bounce to Strathman. Thrown to open ice. Serrato's behind the defense. But didn't have any forward motion. He'll just chip it on the cage. Guyon will glove it and hang on. We'll have our final media timeout. 6:54 left in the third. Green Bay leads 1-0. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Good evening, passengers. Welcome aboard on the flight. From this moment on, cell phones should be switched on and put into flashlight mode. May we ask for your attention while our cabin crew demonstrates the safety features on this flight. Please raise both hands up in the sky. Now slowly wave from the left to the right. Left, right, 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 left, right.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff, 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 prepare for takeoff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Back inside the Covelli Center, 6:54 left in the third. Green Bay still pitching that 1-0 shutout. Adam Guyon has stopped 22 out of 22. Patilla to take the draw against Russell, but Russell won that draw, and it's going to be cleared to center by the Gamblers, but this might go far enough for icing. Osborne hustling down the ice, and icing will indeed be the violation on the Green Bay Gamblers. So I believe it was Peterson clearing it down the ice there. 6:48 now left in the third. Ronaldo to take the draw this time against Russell, and Ronaldo will win it. Yenchko, skate to stick. Skates into the corner, carries around the cage. Tried to feed it to Osborne, broken up by a Gambler stick, and ricochets out to center. That was Danilov on the defense for the Gamblers. Wilson to the red line, fires it in. Hard around the kick plate, comes to the far wall. Chipped up that wall by Larson. Danilov retreated. Fed it over to Peterson. Out to center for Dorr, but he redirected it into the Phantoms bench. And they're going to put the faceoff right at center ice. 6:21 left in this third period. Third period presented by Safehold. Green Bay out shooting Youngstown 4-2 here in the period. Does not include the post that was hit a few minutes ago by Mikey D'Angelo. Literally a shot on goal on the goal, but not on goal. Shot must be able to go in the net to count as a shot on goal. Face-off warning on Serrato. Shagabe wins that draw to player. Send it up the middle. Couldn't find its intended target, and Veronin will skate it to the red line and fire it in. Guyon stopped it behind the cage, sent it back up the far side. It's picked up by Lutz, sent across the ice to Humphrey, who tripped Strathman, and a penalty will be called on the Green Bay Gamblers. I think they're calling Strathman for embellishment. So we're going to go back to 4-on-4. 6 minutes left in the third. Never liked the embellishment call. A trip is a trip, and they're penalizing you for how you felt. But again, my opinion counts for little and less. We bring the faceoff into the Green Bay zone. They're going to drop the puck to the right of Guyon. Serrato to take the draw. I think it was against Poitras. It was Poitras who got the win. D'Angelo will leave it in the circle for Buskins. Over to Romaine. Gains the red line and fires it into the Youngstown end. Came around to Wilson. Couldn't clear. As Poitras dumped it to D'Angelo, and he'll just retreat into his own zone. Just killing precious time here for the Youngstown Phantoms who need a goal. Green Bay again still with a 1-0 shutout right now. Poitras dumps it into the Phantom zone. Put Jack Wilson hard into the end wall. And then got the puck away from him. Up the boards to Romaine, right point. Starts the cycle anew. Found D'Angelo behind the net. He'll go skate to stick. Up the far wall. Buskins kept it at the line. Down those boards to Poitras. Skated across. Got a shot on net. Blocker safe by Aiden Wright. Rebound to the corner. Osborne took his man to the wall. As Botterill got it out to center for Serrato. And now Wilson, his shot. Kicked out by Guyon. Rebound all the way out to center. Buskins plays it over to D'Angelo. So Youngstown goes to a line change, 45 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Romaine to Shagabe into the zone. Drop back for Lutz. Walked in, got the shot away, hit the side of the net and the arm of Aiden Wright. Lutz danced through Burchell, fed it over to Larson. Bounced off of his stick and into the corner. Fed up the wall looking for Lutz. Osborne poked at it. Young will poke at it as well. Shagabe trying to hold the zone. He cannot. He'll retreat to center. Lutz almost had it taken away by Burchell. Instead, he will wheel it back for Peterson. Back to Lutz. Draft pick of the Arizona Coyotes. Back to Peterson. Skate to stick into the zone. Couldn't get through Machu and Osborne. 5 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Osborne snapped it out to center. He found Burchell. Mikey into the zone on himself. Offside on himself as he entered the zone. And Humphreys pushed down Strathman after the whistle. Right in front of Chaz Naki, who decided that was legal, or maybe felt Strathman was trying to buy another call with 3:58 left in this third period. Cavelli Center crowd voicing their displeasure with the officiating this evening. Patilla to take the neutral zone draw against Russell. Patilla won it cleanly back to Machu. Floated ahead for DeHaro between the circles. Ripped a shot on net. Guyon got a piece of it and sent it wide. Danilov to the rebound. Chipped out the center, but right to Machu. Off the window, up in the air. Skating into it was Ronaldo. To Yenchko. Tried to send it back over to DeHaro, who was crashing the weak side, but redirected out to center, and now I think the Phantoms have put it into the Green Bay bench. Or at least it hit a member of the Green Bay bench who was leaning over the dasher. 3:38 left in the third. Phantoms need a goal. They trail 1-0. Face-off won cleanly by Green Bay. I believe that was Poitras against Rinaldo. Carrying it ahead is Buskins. Fires it into the right wing corner of the Phantom zone. Strathman gets there first. Bumps it to Pittner. Torrey under heavy backcheck pressure there from Poitras, but able to get it to the red line. Fired it ahead, but broken up by the Gamblers. D'Angelo inside out on Strathman. Made a move. Shot saved by Aiden Wright. Strathman sends the rebound up the wall. Picked up by Katzen and carried back out to center. 3:05 left in regulation. Phantoms trail by a goal. Strathman danced away from Shagabe. Gains the red line and now the blue. Catches up to his own dump in. Tried to feed it over to Patilla in the slot. Broken up and played out to center. Osborne from his own zone off of Yenchko. Popped up in the air. Humphrey will knock it ahead to Shagabe into the right wing corner. Burchell played it to Wilson. Snapped ahead to center for Monroe. Got around his man. Monroe fed it into the middle for Rinaldo. Shot save. Rebound. Where's the puck? Osborne fired it and rolled in the right wing corner. Up the wall. Monroe couldn't glove it down. Gamblers skated ahead. Shagabe sent it on net from the red line. Sticked away by Wright. Rusinski ahead for Burchell. His shot off the stick of Buskins and to the end wall. It stayed in play. Wright looks to the bench, but Green Bay going to start to break the puck ahead, and they will float it out to center. Osborne knocked it down at the red line. Now dropped it back for Wilson as Luke goes off for a change. Less than 2 minutes remaining in regulation as Rusinski redirects it into the Green Bay zone. Russell gets to it on the near half wall. Finds Danilov in the neutral zone. Couldn't dance around Machu. Botterill brings it ahead. Wright at the hash marks. Puck in the right wing corner. Up to the point. Machu. Shot, blocked, rebound. Botterill threw it off the side of the cage. Aiden Wright's on the bench for the extra attacker. Shot off the side of the net, the crashing Connor DeHaro. Out to the right point for Machu. He'll walk to the middle. Slides it over to Grant Young. Behind the cage for Rusinski. To DeHaro, center point. Machu. DeHaro. Tried to feed it through the box. It's loose there. DeHaro came in. Chipped just wide of the net by DeHaro, who found the puck somewhere in all those bodies. 65 seconds left in regulation. Patilla, DeHaro, Machu. Shot, missed the net. Hard off the corner boards. DeHaro keeps it at the left point. Feeds it back behind the net for Patilla. Adam, side of the net. Sharp angle shot blocked. Rebound. DeHaro, Machu. Toe drag shot. Scores! Save me, San Francisco. Tomas Machu ties the game with 48.3 left in regulation. Machu, his first of the year. And if ever there was a timely goal, it belonged to Tomas Machu right there. As Machi just so much room to shoot at there, as Gaillon don't think he ever saw it. As Machu went off the far post and in. Still 48.3 left in regulation. So the job is not done. Off the face-off, Green Bay gets the win, and they'll send it into the Youngstown zone. Behind the net, it's Strathman. To Pittner, out to center, rolls down in the Green Bay end. Picked up by Galucci, sent back down into the Youngstown end. No icing here. Strathman picks it up right before the red line. 25 seconds left in regulation. Botterill. Pittner to the officials' crease. To Burchell to the line. Couldn't enter. Serrato to Botterill. Shot wide of the cage. Off the corner boards. Came to Burchell. Threw it toward the net. It was blocked by Green Bay. Gambler skated ahead. 7 seconds left in regulation. D'Angelo into the zone. Pass across, hit a phantom stick, bounce to Machu, out to center for Serrato. 1 second left in regulation. He got free and got the shot away. Gaillon made the save. I don't think it would have counted had it gone in. And as inconceivable as this may have been moments ago, we are heading to overtime, tied at 1. Shots on goal for regulation, 25-17 in favor of Youngstown. Green Bay outshoots the Phantoms 7-5 in the third period. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, bonus hockey between the Phantoms and Gamblers here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
We're back for 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Tomesh Machu's goal with 48.3 seconds left in regulation tied this one up for us. You can roll for initiative because overtime is underway. Green Bay controls the opening faceoff. Green Bay in overtime this year 4-6. Youngstown 2-5. Lutz, red line in blue, trying to split the defenders. Could not do so. Puck is still loose there. Poked out to the neutral zone by Strathman. It's going to be picked up by Larson. He overskated just for a moment. Right there to be Johnny on the spot was Ben Poitras. Sorry, yeah, that is Ben Poitras. So it's Poitras, Lutz, and Larson to start overtime for Green Bay. Strathman, Pittner, and Serrato for Youngstown. Lutz with it. Leaves it at the line for Poitras, who just skates back to center. 45 seconds gone in overtime. Poitras can't enter the zone. Lutz was offside. Now he can. Brings it down the left side. Watched by Pittner. Throws it off the end wall. Strathman beat him to the puck. Cleared it to the line and forced it out to center. Gamblers able to get control of it. Now it's D'Angelo coming in on net. Shot blocker save, Aiden Wright. Poitras to the rebound, fed it back down low for D'Angelo. Carried it to the line, and now back out to center. As Green Bay completes their line change, Buskins and Shagabay also out here. Phantoms have been out here since the start of overtime, which is a minute 20 old. D'Angelo chipped it past Strathman. Right went to the poke, check, shot, score. Mikey D'Angelo, the game-winning goal, a minute 25 seconds into overtime, his 22nd of the season. As he drug it across the blue paint, right went down with the poke check, but missed. D'Angelo still had it and able to chip it up and over the Phantoms netminder. Green Bay gets the win by the final of 2-1. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Your final score here tonight. In overtime, Green Bay 2 and Youngstown 1. Let's get you a scoring recap from tonight's game. Gamblers opened the scoring at 5:42 of the first period. Gino Carcone with a power play goal. Charlie Russell and Julian Lutz with the assists. And the Gamblers led 1-0. No scoring in the second period. And no scoring until very late in the third period when it was Tomasz Maciu with his first of the year. Phantoms had Aiden Wright on the bench for the extra attacker. And Maciu from the right circle had a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Green Bay netminder Adam Gajan, who was superb this evening, screened on the play. Don't think he ever saw the shot, and Maciu went off the far post and in. At least an assist for Connor DeHaro on the play. We're reviewing the film to see if there is a second. But for Maciu, again, his first of the year came at 19-12, and Youngstown tied the game at 1 to force overtime. But a minute 25 into overtime, Mikey D'Angelo cut across the net mouth on Aiden Wright. Wright went for the poke check, but missed D'Angelo. Some fancy footwork there. Might have even gone between his legs to help get the puck back in front of him, and then lifted it over top of the Phantoms netminder and to the back of the twine for his 22nd goal of the season and the game winner for Green Bay. And they'll get out of here with a 2-1 overtime victory tonight. Aiden Wright, a hard luck loss. He stopped 16 out of 18. I believe it should be 17 out of 19. I don't think they counted one of Green Bay's shots in overtime. Adam Gajan got the win. He stopped 24 out of 25. Just goes to show you the benefit of winning the faceoff at the start of overtime. Youngstown never possessed the puck in the extra frame. Green Bay controlled it for the entire 85 seconds from the time the puck was dropped until Mikey D'Angelo got the game-winning goal. Green Bay power play was 1 for 2 on the night. Youngstown power play was 0 for 2. In fact, one of that was a 5-minute major as Charlie Russell was given a 5-minute head contact major at 16:51 of the second period. 3 stars of the game. Third star went to Adam Gajan with those 24 saves. Second star went to Tomasz Maciu, and the first star went to Mikey D'Angelo. Well, if that wasn't enough like playoff hockey for you, these two teams going to face off again tomorrow night here at the Cavelli Center. Puck drop scheduled for 7:05. Jimmy Buffett night here at the arena. Unfortunately, there will be no margaritas in the press box. But come out, we'll have a good time. Great seats still available, and call the Phantoms box office for tickets or more information. 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825. For my engineers, Dave Ferris and Jim Craven, interns Kyle and Brennan, keeping things up to date on social media for you. I'm Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Fams. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score in overtime, Green Bay 2 and Youngstown 1. We'll catch you here at the Cavelli Center tomorrow night. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.